Hi everybody. I'm going to try to go live. As some of you may know, I am sick. I've been sick for going on 2 weeks now. I feel a tiny bit better today, although I don't look great. I feel just a little bit better, so hopefully it's on the downswing. My ears are very, very, very stopped up, so I cannot hear very well. I don't know how loud I'm talking, but I just started doing, I'm getting prepared for an event this weekend, and I am known for procrastinating, so I'm trying to get a handle on some things, and I wanted to make some counter clean samples because I haven't made any in a while. And so I wanted to show you, I'm going to turn this around in a second and show you, hi Ashley, I want to show you my computer screen. I'm going to do a lot of different things, so if you want to grab a pencil and a piece of paper, of course this will be live in here and you can come back and visit it, but you might want to take some notes while I'm doing this. Hi Tambra, I get to see you in 2 months, yay! But I want to show you what I'm doing, because a lot of people ask about, specifically about counter clean samples, and I am of the opinion that our counter clean is so freaking amazing that if you give them a little 2 milliliter bottle, they're not going to get the full effect. Yes, they will see how it cleans once or maybe twice, but if you give them an ample supply, an ample sample, if you will, they're going to understand how our product works and how it keeps the surface cleaner longer, and then once they do go to clean it again, it'll be easier to clean. And to me, if you're doing the 2 milliliter or 3 milliliter, you know, I don't want to diminish that, but for me, I want to be able to give my clients and potential clients the very best possible. I'm sorry, I'm reading comments. Hi, Christina. I want to be able to give them the best possible. I'm going to swipe the comments so I don't, get that deer in the headlight looks and start reading and start answering. I will come back and answer. If not live, I will do it after I get off of here. I have a feeling that the more I talk, the worse I'm going to feel. I'm sitting here in my jacket and everything. It's not good, y'all. It's not good. But I want to show you. Let me turn this around. So I'm in the sample group, right? So I go to the pinned post. I'm going to make lemon verbena samples, counter clean samples. So I open up the. I go to the pinned post, and I am on my computer. This is going to look a little bit different on your phone, but I go to the pinned post and I click on the sample cards, and this is what comes up. Well, this isn't exactly what comes up. Hang on a second, because I have lemon verbena up. So then the sample cards come up, and so I want to go to the clean line, and then I want to go to the counter clean. And then I'm going to do lemon verbena. So I do this, and I go up here to download, and I click on direct download, and that puts it on my computer. So a little bit of a different step, because Adobe Acrobat has, let me close all of this stuff out. I will get to all of that in a minute. There's my hubby. This was in St. Louis. Adobe Acrobat has, the reader has changed a little bit. So for me, I have to open it up first and then go and find it and find, what am I saying? I go to my computer and then browse, and then I open it up. And then from here, what I want to do is I go to the fill-in sign, and it was over here on the side. I don't know where it went. Oh, it's now up here. Oh, they change everything. It was over here, but when I clicked on it, it went up here. So the fill-in sign gives me the opportunity to put my name. And I'm only doing one. I'm only going to put it on one, and I'm going to show you why in a minute. So I put my website on the one side, and I put my name and my phone number on the other side. From here, I go to the Snippet Tool, which I believe all computers have a Snippet Tool. You can probably also do like a screenshot or something to the effect on your phone. But when I open up the Snippet Tool, and that's what it's called the Snipping Tool, let me show you how I do it. You click on New, and then the Snipping Tool, it went like in a shadow. So then I come up here and I go like this, and I size it however I want it, and then it comes up like this. From here, I save it. I go up to File, and I do a Save As, and then I put it where I want it. And I have all of these files on my computer. So I have Scentsy Sampling, Counter Clean, and then I saved it. I saved the picture, because what the Snipping Tool does is it makes it a picture, a PDF. So I've saved it as that. I'm going to cancel out of that and minimize that. So then I go over here to Word, and I have a very old version of Word, okay? So what I did is I go over here to the tools, and I do letter and mailing. And then I do envelopes and labels. So from the tools, letters and mailings, envelopes and labels. And I click on the envelopes and labels, because I'm going to actually make this on a sticky label. So which one am I going to do? I looked at this beforehand. And some of this is trial and error, and I'm going to show you. So this is, oh man, that's blurry. I'm using 5163. The Avery template 5163, and this is 10 labels to a sheet is what it is. 5163, I'm sorry, 5163. So I go in there and I find the I go under options, and then I find the 5163, and it is a shipping label. So then I click OK. And here, I'll just do it and do a new document. I'll show you exactly what it looks like. So this is the new document of the 5163 label. And what I like to do, because the lines are gone, I go up here and I put my lines in here so I can see all 10 spaces. Okay? And then over here, from here I go up here to Insert a Picture from File. Insert Picture from File. And then I go on my computer and I find my lemon verbena thing that I clipped, the PDF that I clipped and I saved on my computer. And then I click on the Insert. And what I did, I actually centered these, and then I did a copy and paste. What I did is I right click and copy, left click and paste to do it quickly. After you do one thing in Word, if you hit F4 and go over here, hit F4, F4 duplicates what you just did, F4, and so on. But when I did these, this is what it looked like. I printed them on the label, and they turned out pretty good. This one was a little bit high for my liking, but it turned out pretty good. So then I took my bottle, and like I said, I use a pretty hefty size, and this is a 20 milliliter, okay? So when I put the label on here, there's all of this excess. Now, yeah, but because of the way it's on there, I could probably cut it, but to me, it looks a little icky. So what I did is I went back over here and I sized this down. Oh, and before I print it, I take the grid lines off. So what I did is I came over here and I shrunk it down a little bit. And it was just trial and error, folks, trial and error. So then what I did is I tested it and I printed it off again. And what happened there is this is what it looked like. So because I did the snipping and it had all of my information still on there. So now what happened is I printed it off again, and these are much smaller, as you can see. So what I did up here is I cut it. Not very straight, but I cut it. So then I took my 20 milliliter bottle, and there's just a little bit of a gap here. So what I will do with the next one is I will cut it a little bit further over, so that, and I will probably use my paper cutter so that the lines are even, and they will kind of like meet. I like this look much better than this look because of the excess hanging over. But, you know, again, I mean, it's okay. I'll probably still take that off because I don't like it. But I'll leave this one as is, but then these other ones I will cut a little bit further over. And when I fill these, I will fill these probably a little over halfway. The label is going to cover up all of the liquid, so they're not going to really see how much they're getting. But this is 20 milliliters, and a little over halfway, or maybe about 3/4 of the way, is going to give them a really good amount to be able to try. And even if they're trying it for a couple of weeks, and you can even put a little, you know, when you hand these out, you can let them know, hey, if you bring this back to me empty, I will give you $5 off your next purchase, or whatever. You can do that verbally to them, or you can even make up little coupons to go with them if you want to. I will not do that, but I do get a lot of these that will come back, and because it's stuck on there, it's not paper that's going to get discarded, or it's like, I don't remember. I've had people do that because I did that with some room spray samples, and the paper got discarded, and they couldn't remember what fragrance it was. Of course, I smelled it and I knew what it was, but they couldn't remember, and I was able to order them what they wanted. But here, it's right on there, and your information is right on there, and I just I think that looks nice and clean, and, you know, a little professional. So that's how I'm going to do this set of samples. There's not a lot that I do on a regular basis that is the same over and over. I like to mix things up. I like to keep my people guessing. I'm going to be doing a couple of car shows over the next couple of weekends, and so these are new people to me, and I expect that I will see some of my regular people there too because they're local. But this is, I want to show them that Scentsy is more than just warmers and wax. And this is one way to do that, is with our awesome counter clean. So I hope this was able to benefit you a little bit. If you like to have, you know, your labels stuck on here, and a lot of people, I see a lot of people asking, you know, what label size do you use? And the thing of it is, our sample cards are not created to be put on labels. We need to maneuver and manipulate. We need to manipulate them a little bit in order to make them fit the way we want. But even with them shrunk down a little bit, you can still read everything, and that's what's really important. You don't want to shrink something down so small that it's now on one of these, because people aren't going to be able to read it. Then you've got all of the required information, your ingredients, your use and precautions, but what good is it if people can't read it? So that's my little tip for the day too. So I hope this has been beneficial to a few of you. If you have any questions, I will come back on here. I don't want to continue talking right now. Everything is getting more stopped up, so I apologize. I will come back and look at the thread online, and if you have any questions, I will answer them there. Okay, thank you guys. Have a good day.